I am back with some more parkour videos that you need to be watching. I hope you're all staying safe, staying healthy, and practicing social distancing, because we all know how important that is. I'm gonna go over a couple videos today, and then I'm gonna have my good buddy Wes come on from Vancouver, and he's gonna talk about some of his favorite videos as well. So let's get to it. As crappy as this whole situation is for everybody, it's sort of forcing us to use our brains a little more creatively. So I really appreciate seeing a lot of the cool, unique content that parkour teams and just content creators in general are creating these days. A good example of that is what the Motus project is up to right now. They are hosting a isolation film festival where they provide the footage and the music, and you get to take that footage and music and make your own edit with it. I believe the footage is from a video they released last year called Cinnamon Toast Crunch, so if you haven't seen that, check it out. But I'm really excited and curious to see just the kind of creative edits we're gonna get out of this. And I believe the top 3 edits, I'll get prizes. So that should be cool. If you're looking to get started in editing or just you need something to do, I would definitely hit up the Motus Project's website, get all the info you need there, and see what you can come up with. The beard is getting long. Next up, I want to talk about the new blog that Origins Parkour from Vancouver just put out. I particularly like this one because I see this as something our community could even do. Basically, they had a bunch of their athletes or coaches each film a separate training session, vlog style, and they put it all together in one video. So what you see are different perspectives of the city, but also different training styles put together. And it adds some really unique perspectives too. With Vancouver being as big of a city as it is, you'll probably never see all the parkour training spots there are. But with everybody going to a different spot, you can sort of get a nice view on what the parkour landscape might look like in different parts of the city. This is something I might want to try here. Obviously Saskatoon is not quite as big as Vancouver, but it might be cool to have some of our coaches and athletes just go around the city, film a little training session, and see what we come up with. So ongoing on these videos, I also want to talk about one legendary video that I think everybody should watch. So this time I'm going to talk about Cambridge Joy. This video came out even before I started doing parkour, but it was one of the first ones I ever watched, and it features a young Danny Ilebaka, Phil Doyle, and even some of the 3-run guys. There's a young Chase Armitage in there as well. Looking back on it, this was one of the first videos that really made me feel like training. Like anytime I watched it, I immediately just wanted to go outside and train. It captures that feeling of hanging out with your friends, training, going over some challenges. And on top of that, there's also some really high level movement in there, especially considering when it came out, which I believe was in late 2007. So this video's been around a long time, and a lot of the athletes that are in there have just become legendary icons in the sport. Definitely check it out. You can see that one on the Breach Apparel channel, along with a lot of other really classic videos as well. So start there, work your way through the library, and see what kind of cool stuff you can find. So that's all I'm going to talk about for now, but I'm going to use that Origins parkour video to segue into my buddy Wes Rundle to come on and talk about some of his favorite videos as well.
Hey guys, it's Wes here. I'm a coach at Origins Parkour, based out of Vancouver, Canada. The guys at Empire asked me to talk about a few different videos that both inspired me, as well as recent ones that I really enjoyed, or even channels that I'm subscribed to on YouTube. Let's just get started. The first video that I'm going to talk about is called People in Motion. This is a full-length documentary that was actually started through a GoFundMe. It follows a group of guys all the way up the Pacific Northwest of the United States. They end up at Burning Man. There's a lot of stuff that goes on in it. It really resonated with me when I was first starting parkour, so I think you should really check it out. The next video that I'm going to talk about, and I still put it on to this day, is called Out of Time. This video is featuring Oleg Vorslav, who is just a flow master and really innovated the sport in many different ways. And you can see how much his style influenced many athletes that we watch now who do a lot of freestyle movement. Honestly, again, I put this on before most training days because it really gets me pumped up to start training. I love the VX feel to it as well too. I think it's something that you should definitely check out. As far as a few channels or even videos recently that have been put out, one I think you should really check out is by Finn Cubitt. He's a local guy here in Vancouver. He's doing some really cool things. The video is called Transit, so it's Transit, Finn Cubitt. And this video was really well done. I love the VX feel again too. It resonates with me because I have a bit of a skateboard background. It also is a bit artsy, so if you like that, some hijinks to it as well too, but the movement's really well done and the concept's really unique. He films the whole video around the SkyTrain stations, which is kind of like Vancouver's subway, and it's all filmed in these areas, so I think it's something that you should check out for sure. So the next video that I'm going to talk about is Ascension 2. And honestly, you should just check out Ascension 1 as well too. These videos are done by Tom Coppola. Personally know Tom, he's one of my training partners, and honestly I just watched all the hard work that Tom put into these videos, and I think it actually shows a different side of parkour that we're not used to seeing every day, you know, on our Instagram feeds and things of that nature. I think Tom's actually inspired others to look at this style of training, as we're seeing more and more different routes being developed, as well as more ascension type parkour happening in the community. So kudos to Tom, and I think part 1 and 2 is definitely a must watch. I was gonna pick a video for this next guy, but it was really hard to find one exact video on his channel, so I'm just gonna send you over to his actual channel. This is Rodrigo Pampin. He's also kind of a local guy based out on Vancouver Island, and Rodrigo just has an amazing ability to just have sound technique as well as just find unique challenges. He does some great stuff that I think is just worth checking out his channel, and go back into the history of his feed. He has some great videos and just some really unique challenges that are just pleasant to watch. It's always a treat just to get a video on your feed that morning from Rodrigo. I always just get super pumped when he's putting stuff out. Couple of just shout out channels that I do watch and I think are worth checking out. 1, Ed Scott. 2, Joseph Hendo. They're both putting out just regular content and vlogs, as well as Dom Tomato. Very obvious one, but really these are channels that I love just being subscribed to, because it just pops up almost every other day or once a week, whatever it is, and they're just giving insight to their style of training. And I think that that's something that's holds value in the community right now, especially during these times. It's great entertainment, but also just gives you insight as to how pro athletes in the sport are training and what they get up to and their process and thought. So those 3 are definitely ones that you should check out. Well, that's all for me. I really appreciate the Empire guys inviting me on to the channel and getting to speak about some of the stuff that inspires me and the stuff that I get up to watching. If you guys have any channels or any feeds or anything that you'd like me to see, you can hit me up on Instagram at any point. Maybe I'll be able to subscribe to you if you're putting out some regular content. Peace out, guys.
Trying to grow the YouTube channel as much as I can, and we have more videos coming very soon, so stay tuned. And if there are any videos that you want us to talk about, let us know. We'd love to do a video on it.